the 45. I start on the dot. Let's just start on the dot. All right. Put this thing in full screen right here. Should be good to go. Oh yeah, forgot I changed all those songs out. I need to add more to that little mod pack, but I'll worry about that in the future. Wait for this to come over on my laptop here real quick. But either way, oh yeah, there we go. What's up real quick? What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Nidreep here, and welcome back to Modpack 13. My little, well, Modpack. Modpack I made with my friend a long time ago. Maddox being okay. First thing before I go into anything. No, I did not watch. I did not watch the Minecraft movie. Sorry, just haven't watched it yet, unfortunately. But it did give me the inclination. It did give me the inclination to play Minecraft. Considering I wanted to play something casual today, and kind of have some fun. Now, what I've been actually playing recently has been Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, because though I did play the original, like a lot, I was garbage. It was garbage, and I didn't do like half of the game. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that I'm discovering now in Chapter 5, after Chapter 5, that I didn't, like half the characters in this game I didn't even know about. That's how bad it is. That's how much I didn't interact with it. Like, bro, come on. You gotta do better than that. So, I'm very much enjoying going through that. And if I had the ability to, I'd be streaming that right now, too. Or be streaming that right now. But I can't get my Switch on my desk. So, it is what it is. So, here we are. Don't worry, this is still gonna be fun. It's got a lot of stuff to do with this, and I will go over that in a bit. Something over there I was doing already, so I will get to that soon. I realized I'd set that up already. Okay, it's good. It's good for me, because I know I did that on purpose, so I can remember that when I came in here. But, before we get to all that stuff over there, you can definitely see that things have changed. If already seen the stuff in the background, this right here, and of course, you know, there's a few changes around here. So there's a couple things before we get into the Chronicles discussion, which I'm sorry in advance, but you guys will have to listen to my Xenoblade Chronicles discussion, because there might be spoilers. Just letting you know there might be spoilers, because I have no one else to talk to about this, but this is such a fun and cool thing for me right now, and I'm gonna be talking about it a lot, so have to get ready for that. Regardless, before I even get into that, and before we get into something else, first things first, updates for the world, because I did play this more after the original stream, and made some updates around the place. You can kind of already see some of those. Some of those now here. I don't even remember what I was doing here, actually. Interesting. But let's go through these one by one. So, as you can see right here, I condensed all of, well, actually, no, this kind of was built off of something else. So, I routed pipes everywhere. And, yeah. Now, granted, there is some stuff we need to do with this, and that's going to be the main goal for today, and I'll go over that in a bit. But, suffice to say, it is... I don't have to keep putting those jars everywhere anymore, so I can clear that row out, which is nice. However, as a consequence, I actually ran out of herba essentia, which is what powers these lamps, which is what makes these crabs grow faster. And not only did I run out of herba essentia, well, you can see it's not on here anymore, but I ran out of seeds. I actually ran out of seeds. So, yeah, when I was building more farming stations, as you can tell. There's actually, if you compare it to the last stream to this one, there's a lot more farming stations, and they're all automated now. Which actually is another thing I did. All these should be automated. These are automated. So no longer do I have to craft and keep track of and craft my own shiny hose to put in all these crafting stations, or put in all these farming stations. No longer necessary. Now it just automatically crafts them at the machine hub that I have over there, and we'll go to that in a bit. And just puts them into, like, they'll just pull from a little repository of hose whenever each of these farming stations need it, which of course can be more and more as we start adding more to the network. And I've kind of cleared space back here, adding more space back here, and there'll definitely be more in the future. So that's gonna be that. That was important to me, but I had to. But because I was running out of seeds, which I need for these lamps, I actually made more farming stations with just wheat. So there's gonna be a lot of bread that I don't need, but a lot of seeds that I do need, which is nice. They automatically put into the, well, automatically smelted and put into the lamps. Granted, that's still not enough. Well, actually, that's not the issue. It's just, well, I'll go into that in a bit. But because I moved all that stuff around, and so no longer do I have to keep filling all that crap up, I was able to condense the area of my magic stuff. I pulled this alchemical furnace. These alchemical furnace, right? I pulled this away from the area over there by the automatic sugarcane farm, and pulled it over here next to the alchemical furnace that I had over here before. And I kind of tore this down as well. This is just going to be for one-off stuff, and this is going to be my main resource, as well as I actually think, I don't know if I created more, if I just condensed all of my reservoirs into this one area. So that's just my soul system. I also figured out what this is for as well. I knew that this was for the matrix over there. However, I didn't know how these worked, and so I kind of been sitting in a chest for a while. So I looked it up again in the book. Where's that book? Oh, it's over here now. I looked up again the book and figured out exactly how to use them properly, which it was pretty easy. Just didn't do it properly, and now I don't have to go drag jars over there anymore. I can just pipe. They just get pulled straight from these reservoirs and put into that matrix whenever it needs to be, whenever I need it. So I can just dump like a whole stack of 8 essentia in here to power this matrix whenever I need it. But right now I have to fix this because this whole system is broken and terrible. It doesn't work. I've been trying to mess with it for I was trying to mess with it for like hours, and it just, God, it was annoying. I really don't like how this works, and it's frustrating. So I will have to. This is going to be one of the things we're doing today. So just me fixing the system, making it not trash, not garbage, and actually work properly. Hopefully. So that's goal number 1. And goal number 2 is, although I've got these things automatically smelting now, which is nice. This is just burning through this is burning through my backlog of herb essentia, which once that runs out, it's gonna be going off the seeds over there, whatever's produced in those farming stations. But there's a limit on how far the herb essentia can go. So if I have this. I've been using this a lot now because I had recently built this for the kind of stuff, but I've been using this a lot to check these pipes, not these pipes, really the pipes over there, but also these pipes, and they only go so far. So you can kind of see that there's one over there too, but they taper off after a while and just stop working because there just is a limit to how far these pipes can go. I mean, it seems like there isn't, but there is, because these aren't glowing. So you need a lot more of those furnaces around, which is fine. I need more. What is it? I need more tesseracts, which I do have enough tesseracts, but I need more of those furnaces, and more importantly, I need a source dedicated to actually smelting the seeds into herb essentia. I really want one dedicated source, and then just like spreading that throughout the area somehow, so that way I can have to keep going to each of these locations and putting in coal and everything like that. I want to make another furnace like that over there, and putting it maybe where there's like a hole over there. You might have seen before. There's like a giant hole over there that I haven't used for anything. I might use this open area over here too. Actually, this might be better. I kind of want to use that over there just to kind of connect it to the stuff up there, but it'd probably be over here, and have that automatically create the herb essentia that I need, and somehow manage to get that around the place. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but that's going to be one of the plans for today. But yeah, that's kind of the main thing. Oh, actually, I remember what I have this over here for now. So I can go, actually, it's perfect timing, because not all these are, I had to remember which ones are actually automated or not. So yeah, this isn't. I gotta remember how to set it up too, because I forgot. Always the rest is set up. If it's got these double arrows here, it's set up properly. And I've got the filters for it, so that's what these are for. So right now, I'm gonna put these tubes back. Actually, no, I know what these tubes are for. I'm gonna keep these tubes on me. I'm gonna put. I don't know where to put this sugar cane at right now. I'm gonna put this in here. Oh, okay. Well, first off, I need to do this. There is. Yeah, I need a sword. Put that in here. Cover that part. I think that's enough of this. Making lily pads to cover up all these water source blocks, so I don't have to keep. It just makes things easier for me. Yeah. I don't have to keep worrying about them, or I have to keep worrying about falling in these water pits anymore. I just actually walk on top of all of them. It just makes things nice, and that grow station basically just makes more of them, which is good. That's not that important. That's just an extra thing I've been doing on the side. Put them on all these as well. Make my life easier to think about it too much. Although I will need some of these open for water source blocks. That's not a concern at the moment. Just have to put these right here, just to keep some flung in the water when I come over here. It goes back in the machine. Make things better for that situation. And I'll put the sugarcane in one of the chests. Before I go over there, let me check the system, make sure we're not backlogged for materials. Oh, it's getting very close. Okay, actually, I need to clear this out. Before we get into that, or before we get over to the machine hub, where I need to grab some stuff. Yeah, Minecraft movie. I have not seen it yet. I've seen the memes, don't get me wrong. I've definitely seen the memes. That's not like that. Of course I've seen the memes. But I haven't got to see it myself. You might ask why. Just, I feel like there could have been more with that, but I don't know. It seems like a fun movie to hang out with friends for, and I don't have anyone like that. So I just didn't see it, or at least I'm just not seeing it. And also, like I said, I think there could be more for that. I do think, I mean, there's some, it seems like there's some parts of it where at least the actors tried, but it also kind of feels like a cash grab somewhat. It's gonna make a lot of money. I also heard it's like an okay movie. It's funny. It's so bad it's good, but I don't know. I'm mixed on it, just from what I've heard so far. And truthfully, I'm just like, I don't really feel like it. So, I mean, whenever, I'll probably see it sometime in the future, but right now I'm not pressed about it. But I mean, hey, I've heard some friends go and see it, and like, oh, some of the people are like, oh, this is cool. Like, oh, it's all right, but everyone likes, everyone likes Jack Black saying the funny man words, you know. Say the line, Dexter. Flint and steel. Oh, the crowd goes wild. The crowd throws popcorn all over the seats, which I feel bad for the people to clean that up. I genuinely do. I've had to do custodial work in the past for like months. You get used to it, but it doesn't make it any less annoying to have to deal with some people being interesting individuals. Just say that much. I've got some stories. I've got some stories. I mean, it's kind of is the time to do stories like that. I swear to God, shoot. I don't know. The only thing I think of right now is the one time, like there was some weird crap. After you get used to it for a while, and your bar gets your bar for wow, this is really bad. Gets higher, but there's some stuff that's just undeniably bad. I still remember. Actually, no, I remember one of the times when my boss, where is it? Some very bad situation. Somebody had a very bad accident, and my boss came over to me, and he was like, "I'm so sorry, but I need you to help me with this." Immediately, I'm like, "Oh God." This is the worst, by the way. This is like the worst thing to happen. Which, to be fair, think about a bathroom, you can almost picture, and it's not even it wasn't even the worst thing that was like happened in the situation today or that day. But he was like, "I'm so sorry, but I need you to help me with this." And I walked in there, and the fucking toilet was painted with poop. And it's not as I say painted. It basically just looked like they actually shat themselves all over the toilet. It was terrible. I'm sorry if you're eating, by the way. It was so bad. I didn't even want to touch it with the rag. And he's like, I don't blame you. Like, that thing, burn it. After you wipe that thing down, burn whatever you used with it, because it was not good. Apparently that wasn't even that bad though. It's apparently something else I was around there. It's like, I think it was the same day. That was like the whole stall. So somebody screwed up the whole fucking stall. I don't even know how you do. It's like those movies where the character is like eats something bad, and they literally like just poop all over the walls. Apparently there was crap on the walls, and you know what? It's almost not. It was very clear that it was an accident. It was bad, but it was an accident. There were times, not as I didn't. I was fortunate enough to not be working my second job back then, and I only heard about these through an email from work. And apparently, someone was going around and painting the walls with shit. They were painting the walls with poop. The poop graffiti artist. And they struck multiple times in both bathrooms. Both male and female. They struck both bathrooms. I swear to God, the timelines of some things. Oh yeah, I put that over there too. So I'm not doing that again. The timelines. I don't know what timeline we're in anymore. I don't know. Sometimes it shocks me. People shock me a lot, and somehow I'm still shocked. Oh, some kind of burning time. Anyway, with that having been said, sorry about that. Sorry, not sorry. Let's go over to the machine hub. To be fair, nothing too much has changed so far. It's kind of the same. I mean, this might have changed a little bit, I think. No, just added more seeds. Slime seeds. Some other seeds. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. What is changed? Okay, so no, I just started stacking them now. I believe I have a separate network that builds the farming, builds the hose. Actually, yeah, no, hold on. The changes were at the top. Yeah, here we go. So separate network now that automatically builds the shiny hose. And I have one. Does this pull? I don't remember what this does. One of these pulls seeds. Yeah, it pulls seeds. Or pulls the shiny essence and the seeds. And one of them routes it. I think one of them should be routing it to. Yeah, no, this one routes it. Okay, no, so this one routes it over to back to the. Oh no, no, oh, let me start from the beginning. Give me a second. I'm very slow. This is the network that pulls certain farming stations that I designate. Like, I think I have one designated for it right now. I think I might have pulled it off, but I should have designated for it. Takes in the shiny essence and the shiny seeds. It should divert the shiny seeds. Yeah, so this one pushes all the hose back over to the thing. So seeds go back through this is the normal farming station network. So all the seeds go back through there and filter back out to the stuff downstairs. The shiny essence, however, gets filtered out. Should be filtered out. Yeah, so this is only it only accepts the seeds and accepts the hose. It filters out should filter out to the network anyway. Yeah, it goes back out to the network, goes to the downstairs area. It handles all that stuff, but it handles all that stuff. Essence, however, goes into the crafting station, which crafts it into ingots. Ingots get crafted into it's taken over and crafted into hose using both the ingots themselves as well as all the already uses this pipeline that already creates already creates sticks. So I have this one, yeah, create sticks. I'm just pulling from this crafting station right here because I mean it's already there, might as well. And the woods are being supplied from here, so might as well. Pulling that from here, putting it in this craft station. So I have sticks, I've got ingots, and it just creates the hose. I was gonna put in this chest as like a buffer, so there's always a hoe to be given to a farming station. And then whenever any of the farming stations, whenever any of the farming stations need a hoe, they just pull it from the chest, and this just refills the chest. So there's still a lot of farming stations that pull these occasionally, because I mean there's like the highest level of hoe right now, other than at least that can go in a farming station, or that can go into a farming station. So they don't break very often. So there's a lot of stuff down there. They don't break very often. So that's what the buffer is for. I also drain this so that way all of them go into these things instead of just being over here, which isn't really that useful. I think I'm just gonna connect. I'll also replace all of these with just improve performance a little bit. Replace all of these. All of these pipes with opaque pipes, so they don't have to so that the liquid inside doesn't have to render. And then I should be removing all these, putting pipes in there instead, so that way they all just filter out to these things over here. But also they're not used right now because oh wait, hold on. Oh, I found another okay, so before the bottleneck was the sugarcane. Then the bottleneck was actually the beef, and the beef. To make this liquid, you need either raw beef, you need heads, and the bottleneck was those heads / raw beef. Now I've got the beef, and the sugarcane is the bottleneck again. What do you know? I suppose it is what it is. That's fine. I'll get to that eventually. It's not really important right now. I've only got the thing in my base, and then that thing over there. It's not really that. Well, you can't see it here. That thing over there, so it's not really that important right now. And there's still this thing that's doing a bit of sugarcane. Not that much, but at least a little bit. Actually, I think it's out of seeds. It might be out of seeds. I think I had to refill this one manually. No, it's out of... Oh, no, it's actually not out of seeds. It's out of coal. If I haven't checked in a while, so I didn't know. Let me change that. We have plenty of coal. It's just we're missing seeds right now. Blind. Give me a second. I am very blind. I need you to guide me. I'm very blind. Where are the coal blocks? I know I had them over here. Where actually did... Okay, I'm... Okay, thank God. I should probably just label that coal blocks. Just for my very slow mind. Alright, hold on. I can actually get up here. There we go. Alright, so we're good there. And now back to what I was supposed to be doing, which was changing out this filter over here. So I gotta figure out what the situation is for these ones. It should be, yeah, receiving items energy, sending items. It's fine. And then I think the configuration is it should be in and out items, insert, and this only pulls. It only adds an extra filter for shiny hope. And then okay, yeah, this is fine. All right, I've got it. Need one of these. Move that over, it's bothering me. And gonna put that in and out. Yep. I'm gonna leave that as for now. Leave that as is for now. And then we're gonna do now extract. Grab this, put that. Coolio, put that back in there. And should be good to go. So I'll only pull the hose out from the chest if they need it. And it'll send out everything else. And then now I push that to that, and it should be good to go. Now it should be automatic. We don't have to worry about that anymore. Nice. And I think that one needs to be changed out as well. Let me put on speed. There we go. So yeah, I've been increasing the farming station capacity and whatnot. So I'm gonna just do this one naturally. Actually, no, I need a hoe. I need a hoe. I'll just grab this one. Yep, see, it just fills it in automatically. Doesn't need to. I don't need to fill it up anymore. I'm just gonna do. Actually, no, I need this still. And in and out. Extract. Hit filter. Bam, I got a filter. Well, let's go. Fill that in. I don't need that. It's already an extract. There we go. That on there. Okay, well, actually, I need a fresh one. Hey, can I have that? Shoot, you already used it. Great. You're using yours. Okay, that's fine. I'll just grab one from the chest. There we go. And we're going to go to the top floor for now. Grab one for the chest. Yep. Farming stations, farmlands. Things will be fine. And we should fill this in. Hold on. Insert, extract. That's always active. And you too. We put you to in and out. Extract always. Yeah, good. Oh, hold on. I changed that back by accident. Okay, and now that should be good. Yep, pulled it again. Nice. Okay, so we're good with that. Thank you. Need to be changed out as well. Yeah, I keep. That's why that filters on. That's why the filters on me, because I know not all of them are actually switched out to what they need to be. So it's just whenever they run out of, whenever their hose break, then I can run over there and quickly give them the filter and it will give them a filter and switch up their configuration so that they can be automatic in the wrong spot. And now it's extract that, always active, and there we go. Nice. Good to go. And then whenever other stuff starts, I think most of them are configured already. I did go around and configure some of them manually anyways, but and I knew not all of them were, so they should be configured now. I think there might be a couple around here that are not configured properly. But when they are, well, then they run out of, when they break their hose and they start backing up on essence, then I mean it'll be pretty obvious that they're not automated yet, like this one actually. It'd be pretty obvious that they're not automated, and I can just go over there and fix that. It's not too bad. Always extract that, and so you're pulling both. Okay, cool. All right. I'm not gonna worry about them right now. I'm gonna let them break themselves, and I'll deal with it afterwards. I'll keep that on me whenever I need it, and you, I'll just give whatever breaks as well. Okay, so now with that being said, first things business, we just need to fix that essential stuff over there because it's just not working properly, and it was a whole mess trying to figure out how to get this stupid thing to work properly. I think they're all emptied out now, so it shouldn't be a risk of explosion. Shouldn't be a risk of explosion. Like, preferably there shouldn't be a risk of explosion. Just gonna throw that out. I'm actually going to, before I do anything right now, I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna bank all of all my experience. I'm using this as my bank. And great. I can go back over here and let's get started. So before I even get into the Xenoblade stuff, because there's a whole discussion over there that, oh boy, I know we're gonna be, I'll discuss what I'm doing here as well too, but since this kind of is how it is, I'm not gonna do this for that long, by the way, but I might as well get an update on my game, kinda. I've been going through, and one by one, I have been updating the, I've been going through one by one and updating all of the levels or updating all the stages. Also, I had to be careful because I accidentally broke this the first. Oh, actually, like this is my notes. This is a slightly different node than before. Because I was this pickaxe is very very quick, and I accidentally broke this, which blew up the previous node. Yeah, I was very mad when that happened because it was they're getting nodes that have all 6 of these essentia is not common. So yeah, I was not happy. But I got another one, fortunately. I happen to have another one on hand. So I'm just need to be very careful around that base here because it can very easily decide to explode. And I don't want that. So yeah. And either way, this entire system needs to be switched around at least. Because it's not working properly right now. So I will do that. Let's just break everything down. We'll start from scratch. We'll start completely from scratch so that way I can kind of get a nice. At least it'll just. It's easier. It will. At least then I can kind of figure out. I don't know. Hey. Oh, I have these for lamps. I was like, why did I have this automated? Oh, yeah, for lamps. That's why. The only issue is I need more amber and I don't know how to farm that. Well, that's unfortunate. Actually, is there? No, there's nothing else for that. Maybe we have duplicating ores. I'll have to figure that out. Regardless, not important right now. I'm gonna put all that stuff. Oh yeah, wasn't I? What is this? Stabilizer. What does that do again? I don't remember what that does. All right, I'm getting distracted. Anyway, so we're gonna start from the beginning. I'm gonna try and set this thing up just base. I will leave this where it is, but I'm gonna clear out the area and clear this out as well. Clear this out too, that we can start from scratch and just have a nice basis to go off of. I'm gonna get this hammer out here. Bop 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 bop. Here we go. Put in some sand in place of that. But for the game, I mean, there isn't really much. Like I said, I've been going through room by room and just revamping them because when I originally did each of the rooms, it was just, I didn't really know what I wanted to do properly. I had some ideas and I put down, I mean, I've showed the ideas. I used them kind of more towards the end, but I didn't really think about what I was doing too much. I did think about it, but basically it didn't have a flow. It's pretty trash. So I wanted to go through, actually make it make sense, have a flow to it, have some connection to it, make it feel like it's actually a connected stage with a theme rather than just a series of disconnected levels. So I've been architecting that like piece by piece. So I've got a couple like half. I've did 1, 2, and 3. I've got a couple of rooms left in 4. I want to remove one. I want to adjust how it flows because I don't like how it is right now. I want to do something more with it. And the configuration of the room right now is still, even when I adjusted it a little bit, still not where I want it to be. So I'm going to take that, move it over to the new stage 5 that I'm making, and I'm going to put in another room that's going to be closer to what I want it to be, based on the structure of that level, or the structure of that stage. If you're wondering, by the way, level is the entire, like, each level is gonna be a planet, and it's supposed to be all the solar system, all planets in the solar system. Each planet, each level is separated in different stages, and each stage is separated into rooms. So that's when I'm like each room. I'm just going by room, stage by stage. It's like 6 stages. At least there's going to be 6 stages now, and just going through and changing them up. So I'm gonna go through stage 4. I'm gonna room 4. I'm gonna make a new one, make that better. After that, I've got a couple of, what is it? After that's done, I need to revamp. I'm going to adjust a little bit. I think how the last room is mostly. I'm just going to revamp how, probably change a little bit how, I don't know, a couple of things I need. I'm going to put a little bit of a barrier somewhere here and there, and then also change up how the enemy spawns are. Just changes the enemy spawns, how many there are, where they are. Probably just the amount of them and which enemies spawn mainly. Did I grab a couple? I meant to grab some some sand. But and then I should be done with stage 4, and then I can make stage 5. I also added new rooms to all of the stages so far. So stage 1 has, I think, 5 rooms now, maybe 5 or 6. And then stage 2 has 7, stage 3 has 7, stage 4 has 7, stage 5 will have 7 as well. And the 6 stages, the boss stage, doesn't matter. Just want to kind of keep, and I want all of them to have a similar length of completion, so I'm going to have to go through those and test them. Like, I'll once I'm done with them and everything, I'll put up to test. But yeah, I'm just making them a similar length at least. And then worry about difficulty as well. But that's something I have to adjust. That's kind of where I am right now. So once that's done, I'm going to. There's a couple things I still need to do. Actually, not a couple. There's a few things I still need to do. I had a deadline at the end of May. I'm still questioning whether I'm going to hit that. Probably not. But it's mostly because I want to make sure it's good first impression, and I've still got a lot of stuff I need to do. So if I need to push it to, like, this is not a hard deadline. It wasn't a hard deadline before. Just my own personal, hey, I do want to make this, like, I want to finish before the end of the year. It should be finished before the end of the year. That's kind of a given. But just my own personal deadlines. And right now, I don't think I'm going to be able to hit that for this, at least for next month. Although I should be able to at least get done with the first couple stages by the end of the I should be able to get done with like stage 4 and 5's revamps by the end of the month. Provided my next week or next couple weeks isn't that busy. Anyway, yeah. So that's where that's standing right now. My game is lagging a lot. If you were interested in an update on that, because I know like 2 people probably are interested in an update on that, even though no one's here. I'm not really surprised. I might go for a little. I'll go for a little bit still. I am not going for that long today, but well, it's because I've been trying to play Xenoblade Chronicles X a lot, and been very interested in that. I thought about playing Marvel Rivals today too. That's my guilty pleasure, and I do like that game genuinely. Although I also don't want to put it on here. I've been avoiding putting it on this channel. I want to save it for indie games mainly, or just like indie game. This is still an indie game kind. Well, no, I don't know if it's an indie game anymore. That's I don't know. I don't know about that one anymore. But regardless, I do still like this game, so I've been playing it. If I do play Marvel Rivals on a stream, it'll be on Twitch because I don't really use my Twitch account, and I think it really fits that website more than it fits this, at least my channel right here. So it gives me excuse to use the Twitch channel at least. Yeah, go follow my Twitch. That's completely blank right now. Yeah, no one's gonna do that. Anyway, but I did promise that I'd have a Xenoblade Chronicles rant today. I say rant, not really rant. It's more like just discussion because no one else talks to me about it. So I'm like, screw it now. My audience is gonna have to suffer, and my audience is gonna have to suffer instead. So, Xenoblade Chronicles. What's it about? What's the whole thing? What are you trying to talk about, Ninja? What is this? What is so important that you needed to dedicate a Minecraft stream for today? We'll get into that actually, because now is part of the planning phase where I have to figure out what the heck I'm gonna do with this. So, let me drink some water first, and then we'll get into it. I should drink some water and get my sinus real quick. Give me a second. Now I'm thinking about it. If no one shows up, I'm probably gonna make this like I'll do one thing. I'll do this thing, and if I get it working, I'll probably be it for today. So that'll be it. But we'll see. So yeah, the first part right now is just making sure this thing works because I need Essentia to do stuff, and the thing makes me very sad when it decides to not function properly. Now we have more space. I want to make an automatic crafting system or automatic sorting system for all these items and whatnot. I think I mentioned that before. And these are in a very nefarious position. Actually, I don't like where these are placed either. I don't like where any of these are placed. And we're gonna fix that now because I need them. I need the space for actual important stuff right now. So I need this to. I can't move that part. That's not moving at all. that this isn't moving. You all can move. So I'm gonna at least get this out of the area and try to move this to somewhat of a better location. Be careful. I don't. Some glitches with that too. Be careful with that. And I think just move this. Oh, I am full of stuff. Okay, that's fine. Gonna make this sort of a little thingy over here. I'm gonna put this right here. Yep, it's right here. That was blue before. Yeah. Make it red then. Yeah, it's fine. And you can be red too. Actually, no, you're gonna be white still. That's fine. I'm gonna make this. I was trying to make it. I remember now making another of these ones so that I can. Yeah, I was making lamps. Making another one of these ones so I can have more crafting. This gives a higher crafting bonus or higher discount for crafting than this does. So I wanted to get a higher crafting bonus. I was trying to get some discounts, bro. What do you want from me? I'm looking for discounts. Is this that feels fine? Okay, that should be fine. Anyway, more importantly, a little bit more space to work with here. So I need a buffer over here still. That's not changing at all. The only question is now how to actually organize this. Need right here. There you go. Put a buffer because it wasn't really pulling things out and routing them properly before. And so I don't know how to properly fix that. Not directional 2. I need and be careful with that because I'll break the furnace by accident. Okay, so I'm gonna just try and route this over here. What I think I'm gonna do is, oh, you know what? I do have a bit of an idea, like a one way in, one way out kind of thing, and I didn't really have that. Kind of had it really condensed, where this is also being a in and out situation, which is not good. So I'm actually gonna put a directional tube on this. The only problem is that there wasn't really any indication of where the direction is going. Like I don't know if that's going into this or if it's going out of this. I mean, we'll find out in a second once I've set this thing up because I want to activate it beforehand. Moving the reservoirs with moving these things with when they have Essentia in them can make them explode, and I don't really want that to happen. So we're gonna have to be a little careful with those, as I'm not really keen on them exploding. I have important stuff, even if it's warded. I don't want explosions around my stuff. I feel like that's a pretty reasonable thing to want. So we're going to have to be a little careful with that. I thought you did that, and I thought, yep, I figured. Breaking vacuum chest. Add it again. And you got my vis relay. Cool, thanks. You're breaking first. And I'll get to you. There we go. Nice. What I want is the reservoirs. I need to figure out where I want to put them. Okay, so I think I'll probably put the reservoirs over here. Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. And nope, I put it the wrong direction. Right, so I will pipe the tubing over here. We'll just have it one way. It's gonna go into all of these, certainly, but it's still gonna be one way. So the directional tube is for. I'm gonna do this, because I can still put them on the top and I can kind of route them up and down. I think that'll be a good option of doing it, because I can still have them. I can still put more on top. I can actually scale this up if I need to. Yeah, I think that's actually a good way of doing it. I can kind of scale that out too. Yeah, I think that's actually a fine way of doing it. Question is whether or not it'll work properly. And I put this down. I'll put this down as well. I figured out what this is for. Fine. I know what this is for, but I finally figured out how to use it properly. Oh, hold on. My game crashed. Okay, well, that's lovely. That certainly wasn't what I expected. What I was expecting to happen. The question on my mind now is what saved and what didn't save. We didn't do too much, so if it didn't save, I'll be annoyed, but I won't be like we didn't get pushed back that far. I was just gonna have to redo some stuff. But I would like it to have not done that. Obviously, I would like it to have not crashed. But if it's going to crash, I'd at least like to not have lost that much progress. Let's see here. Let me put this back in full screen. I mean, I have backups if I need to, but I don't have backup for changes I don't have a backup for the changes I just made. And in fact, this is my hand is actually a good sign. Yeah, so we're good. Oh, now it's starting over a different song. Cool. Anyway, put that down. We're good there. I drop a little bit of stuff in here I drop a little bit of ghost zone in here to see how this works. See if that's working properly or not. Pulling stuff out. Putting it in the reservoirs. No, it's not. So that's a good sign. It's not working. It's a good sign it's not working. But at least it's a sign. Period. If it's working properly, it'll just push it into these thingies. Lovely. I love it when things don't work properly. That's the thing. I've been working with these stupid things for a while, and I'm like, I still know how they got there. I still know how this thing works. Anything coming over here? No. It's so bad. It's so bad. I hate it so much. These pipes make me want to puke. Well, these pipes make me want to puke. These things specifically are annoying. Very frustrating. They don't. They're not. It's not clear in the book where they're supposed to be going or which direction they're supposed to be put at. Even looking it up, it's such an old mod that no one fucking knows. I got like one thing where it's like, yeah, point it towards this direction where I think it might have got me some useful. Actually, let me look it up again. You'll see the screen will get a little lower right here, low res, which is sorry about that. Let me see if I can actually get this. Oh, music went louder because I'm not in the game anymore. Hey, if you want to listen to the song, by the way, go to my other channel, my Dan Manic Asada channel in the description, which I also need to update with my recent music too, but that's not. I will get to that eventually. Yes, directional pipes. I saw one thing, and I looked. Actually, no. Hold on. I had to test this too, because they describe it. If a picture, they describe how it works, but it still isn't very clear to me, at least. So, we're gonna test it ourselves. Again, I've tested again. Yeah, I forgot it was in here, I think. Yeah, directional. The markings indicate the direction from which section will be accepted. Okay, I like. Does that mean It's probably clear to you. I'm just being dumb. Yeah, I fully accept that part, but it's still not working. It's regardless of how it's supposed to work, it's not working. That's the important part for me. What's important to me is that it's not working. That's what I care about. I don't. There's no sunshine here, right? That's what I care about. There's nothing in here. That's what I want. I need stuff in here. I don't care what else it says. I need essential. God dang it. So we're gonna test this real quickly. I'm gonna put an empty jar. We'll get a nice warded jar here. I'm gonna put a bit of this herb, this Ignis I got in my cabinet over here. Put this down. Put this down. I'm gonna put this in here. Put this on top of here. And I'm gonna drop a couple of these. No, where my tubes at? Where the tube men at? The tube men. It's a reference nobody's gonna get. I'm not playing Warframe right now. But this is the most entertaining stream of your life, I guarantee. I'm joking, by the way. Regardless, I need to see here. But as you can see, it's not. I mean, this. I don't know if it's actually supposed to work. If it's put in here at all. I don't even know if it's supposed to work or not. It's not working anyway. So, no. Look, I have no idea. I think what I did is I tested it with not an empty jar. Anything that actually has more suction is trying to pull stuff. Actively pull stuff. And that's this thing. Phase directional tube. Put this down, and I put this on top of it. Does it work? No, it doesn't. Okay. So this doesn't work, right? Okay, that doesn't work. So if I do it the opposite direction, does that work? Yes. Okay, so that tells me what I need to know. That was very quick also. That was very, very quick. I'm gonna drop this in here anyway. Screw it. Why not? I don't need it. Dropped in here. We use that as a testing tool too. Come on, go. There you go. I'm just gonna make this a pipe then. I'll make the directional pipe outside of the output for here is gonna be directional. So we're gonna do towards. Let's do dirt blocks. Put them to the right here. And there we go. That should be good. So it doesn't try to put stuff back into these reservoirs, which is not going to be good if that does that. And then I'll probably have to clear out this area over here for the netherrack and the crucible. Hopefully that works though. And here I'll put in a regular tube. For the tube men, I shall put in a regular tube. I'll put in a. Maybe I should put. Yeah, I'll put in. God, I'll put in one of these thingies. But is it actually going to work? Is the question. The thing's flowing out. Okay, so now I'll just put in a regular tube. See, this is what I've been trying to do for like hours, bro. Cause it's why you know work? Why is this so difficult? I don't understand. That is my question that is my $1 million question. Why you no work? Why you no do what I need you to do? It's very simple. Put crap from here into here. Why you no do that? Why you no put the thingy in the thingy? Why is it so hard? I don't get it. I use directional. I use valves. It just refuses to function. Let's say I remove all of these and give it one destination, right? Let's give it one destination. Let me remove this too. We're just gonna give it regular. We're just gonna give it regular tubes. It's too complicated. Make it simple. Make it fresh. Make it funky. Does it work now? It hates me. It actually hates me. I I don't. I can't even make this up. This thing is it's such a useful device, but the output was written. I'm not gonna roast the developers because it's a really cool mod. I don't want to roast them too much, but I hate how this is coded. I really hate how this is coded because it does not function properly. Let's see. Let me look at the entry again because I think what it's supposed to do is it just randomly outputs all the essentia into some. It just randomly outputs them into different, just the different outputs. It's like, okay, let me just randomly choose a variable and puts it out to one of these outputs, which is fucking terrible. Either give it one output, or just I don't know, make it a sequence, or just make it. I don't know. Maybe just make it so that if it's pulling from an output, fuck this. Let's do let's do it like this. Hold on, I'm making this much more simple. I don't know how I don't know. I forgot if this works or not. Screw this. We just remove. It's dang it. You see what I mean? Just this pickaxe is actually this pickaxe is busted. Dummy busted. I'm not careful and it actually just screws itself. Right. So anyway, with that being said, let's give it a more fuel. Let's give more fuel to the fire. How about that? Put some dirt in there. Boom. Terra. Get some Terra. Come on. There you go. All right. You got some Terra going through. Cool. I'm absolutely shredding all the rest of these tubes. So there's only one output that's being pulled from, right? Will you function like a what the love of? Oh no, this is actually supposed to be working. Will you function properly? No. No. It doesn't. It actually doesn't. Why? I don't know. I legitimately have no idea. I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. I don't, I legitimately don't know. This mod pack is, or this, not this mod pack, this mod is so cool. But I have some words about the code. I want to see the code. Someone show me the receipts. Some faded receipts. Some very interesting receipts. And to be fair, I don't know if I actually, to be fair, to get the stuff working in 3D is actually really, like, to be honest, I really don't know if I could have coded that. Like, this part, specifically this part, I feel like I can help you with that. But the overall mod, like actual props, like getting the stuff to work how it does, legitimately, it's really good. But I would like this to function better. Part of the issue might just be that it's an old mod. Understandable. A lot of these stuff could have been fixed. Oh, by the way, I'm also windowed again, so you'll probably see it degrades the quality again. Actually, no, I forgot. I was looking through the book, not through wiki. Hold on. Let me go back to here. Probably some of it's the fact that it's an old mod. I mean, I think the mod's still being used in modern mod packs. But this is an old version. This is 1.7.10. It's very old, and documentation even back then was sparse, especially for an old mod like this. So, or maybe this is a popular mod, so there's documentation, but there's very little. So, I'm not even surprised that I haven't seen much. This is a lot of stuff is new territory, especially for the internet, because it was still in its infancy. It was still in its infancy, and of course, as things advanced, this probably got fixed at some point. But right now, because this is old, we have to work within the confines of what we've got, and the confines say, you got poo poo. Not as bad as the poo poo that was on the walls, but it's poo poo nonetheless. So, yeah, I see. It's like it doesn't really describe the output. It gives you some background information for like lore purposes, and then tells you how to make it and how to actually power the darn thing, which is important, but not how the output works. I've only read about the output, and it's just that, oh yeah, you have to make sure that all of them are covered because it will output them at random, which is dumb and bad. It's quick. It'll give you that much. It is quick. But then you have problems like this, where logic is where it defies all logic. And now I go back to the wiki. So give me a second. I'm gonna look at the wiki. I'm gonna look this up right now. See this Thaumcraft, advanced. Oh, this is actually still showing on live stream. I don't know. Okay, so it is. Wait, I'm not paused. Okay, let me pause this real quick. So Thaumcraft, advanced alchemical furnace. I know I'm not showing my screen now. That's for a reason. I'm looking this up. I'm just gonna tell you what I'm doing at the moment. So I'm looking through the setup and usage. Yeah, it needs a redefine syndiviz, which is fine. Whatever, blah blah blah. Syndiviz, I don't care because I already have that stuff. The four round ports in the bottom middle blocks are your outputs. Okay, makes sense. First maintains only one store of essentia, which can be tapped from any of the outputs. But if you connect up more than one, you don't get to pick what aspect comes out of where. That's actually fine. Essentia seems to be winsbly okay. So it is working like how it's supposed to. If you have one output, it should just outputs that one output. It's if you include more than one, that it just starts firing out random essentia at any of the outputs, which is fine. That's like that. Yeah, that's fine. More importantly, so I'm looking for. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I'm looking through this, and it seems like buffer and reservoir. That's fine. But it should be going through and putting the stuff out normally. Like it seems like it should be working how it's supposed to be working. I think the issue is less the actual furnace itself and more the output. Which I mean the pipes, which almost doesn't surprise me at all. But it is very frustrating. So it was working before too. That's the more annoying part. Yeah, so this is very straightforward. It's one input or one output, one input, and it's still not working. That's the thing that's bothering me. So it's really confusing me. You think you got one input, one output, it should be working how you like. It should be just it should just work, but no. So I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Hmm. What? What I fall? Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So there is another option. Apparently, you can use there's a alchemical golems, and use them to fill up these reservoirs as well. I wouldn't. I would like to not have to do that, preferably, because it doesn't make sense. But if I need to do that, I will. It doesn't make sense, though. I shouldn't need to do that. Let's see here. If I don't know. I'm also going to break this, actually. I'm going to leave this. I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to break this. I'm going to try and I'm going to go check my farming thing back down there. Yeah, I figured you were out of a sword by now. I was down there for too long. I was over there for too long. Many different setup. So it's very, very annoying. I almost wonder if this shouldn't work. This shouldn't work. If I put a buffer there, let's put the regular tubes. Sorry, regular tubes here. Get up to here. And I throw in another glowstone. If I can get up here. Right. I throw in a glowstone. To put a dropper or something up here, just so I can I'll have to keep jumping up here. Automated a little bit. Right. Got output going into an input, preferably. I just remove this one. Let's give it one input, right? Let's give it one thing to work with. What is that going to do? It's going to do F all. It's going to do literally nothing for me. Wonderful. Not even surprised. Legitimately, you could not surprise me at all with that. One census. Nothing. It's only sucking one. This is one census in it. Well, something had census in it, right? Okay, where was that again? What part of the tube was that in? It's gone. And it's gone. If I remove this, put one thing over here, let's see what happens. Alright, cool, thanks. Love it when that works. Now if I fill these up, what happens then? What happens now? What are you going to do now? You do nothing for me? No, you're actually pulling stuff out now. I don't know if that's really working how I want it to work. If I change you around now into a buffer, let's say, and I drop in more glowstone, drop in a couple of these, or not. Just don't want to go, they don't want to leave me. We'll still put these in here. We'll it's stuck in here. The buffer system makes me want to puke. This does not work how you think it would work. No, sirree, it does not work how you think it would work. Yeah, I don't know. It's very annoying to work with. It's very frustrating to work with. But I suppose it at least is filling these up now, which is what I want. So that's good. I'll move this back. one, so I can actually have room for another row of here if I want to. And from here, I'm going to let's put out just one of these valves. And the room for more stuff around here too. But for now, I'm going to put out the valve here and... I don't know. Might put out directional... Yeah. I don't know, because I'm assuming I'm going to put another row here and here at some point. So I'm kind of planning for that ahead of time. And I don't know how I want to make it work. It's a question. Kind of crafting that in my head right now. Big question right now. A big question in my head is whether or not I can get this furnace to work as well. This, or not the furnace, like, what's this called again? I don't remember. It was on one of the pages here. It was on the alchemy, I believe. The alchemical, the thaumatorium. Yep. If I can get this thing to work properly too, because I was trying to automate this whole business, this whole viz thing without just having to put in the jars anymore. But it wasn't sorting them out properly, which is once again frustrating. But this right here, give it one direction to go, which isn't very good, but I suppose it'll make it easier for the code to kind of do what it needs to do. Might actually lead it around to the side here. I don't know. Keep everything kind of contained, and I'm trying to architect in my mind here. I'm having 2 more rows here. Oh, I'm using directional pipes now by accident. Let's put that over there. Get that out of the way. I also need a space for the chest and whatnot. But, nope, that's not where I want you. That's not great. Lovely. Lovely. Cool. Now, I should be able to get this where I need to go. So now I want this, put this somewhere around here, I think. Have to unward this spot. It's going to lag for a bit here. Hold on. Nope, not that. That one. Yeah, that one. The laggy one. The very, very laggy one. Yes. Put this right here. Need to break 2 blocks, I think. Yeah, break 2 blocks because I need to put in the netherrack. That's not what I wanted. Said we need to put the netherrack. We need to add this nut speed. I need jump. The jump. Put in the netherrack. Get the flint and steel. Where's my flint and steel? Come on. Where's my flint and steel? I do need that out. But oh no, I have that in here, I believe. Oh, come on, give me that. Give me that. Speed. I don't need jump. I have that. Yeah, flux igniter. It's electric flint and steel. Electric flint and steel. And I can use this to build out what I need to build out. That. Boom. Fill it with water. Even though if I need to fill it with water, I just need it to be out. And then need 1, 2. Break this. Do that. And boom. There we go. And I cover this part with the spots I need to. So I need to put this here. Oh, hold on. Here. 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 And now I need jump. Come on. Lift me up. There we go. Alright, cool. Disabled. And I can put the chest back as well. For now, anyway. I had to still figure out if this will work or not. To put in, I have 4 amber blocks. I believe it was, no, it's actually this one. Okay, cool. Have this set up. Now, if I connect this, the question to me is whether or not it'll fill up properly. So I need something with Ignis essence. Ignis, I need Potentia, and I need Lux. All those are pretty easy. I just need coal. Need a lot of coal. And I can test this properly. So this is where it's really going to get stress tested here. Let me go back to here, grab my coal. I think we found that, didn't we? I'm actually going to go up here as well and grab some sticks. A stack of sticks. Boom. A couple more sticks. There we go. Okay, actually, I didn't need that. But that's fine. We're just going to... We're going to work with that. What's our Lux Essence? Actually, I might just have that on hand. Let's see here. I'll probably add that on around this area somewhere. And have the vacuum chest. Right. Here. Not here, not there. Right here. With the thing right here. No. Hold on. I might put that, no, I'm going to put that at the end of the line. I mean, I should, but am I going to? Probably not. It's what it is. Alright, so I still need the, I'm going to keep that as a block of coal. I don't even need that much. I generally don't even need that much. I don't need that much either. I'm making way too much. This is fine. We're going to work with it. And we drop the block of coal in here. Chart, drop this in there. So it should filter out to these reservoirs if it works properly, or it just fills up in here and it gets confused and it dies. I hate this. I hate this with burning passion. That's where my anger comes from. Why are you so angry all the time? Bull crap. That's why I'm angry all the time. Just a lot of bull crap. Why you know work how you should work? Why you know work how you should work? This is a genuine question. I feel it's a very simple question. No, it just seems like a very straightforward question. And yet it is very difficult. Very difficult. So, okay, let me break this off here. Let's just have to go to the reservoirs. It's the start. If it works properly. Wait, what? That shows that it's actually moving stuff around. But is it actually putting stuff in here? Okay, it is. But it's not going where we want it to go, which is fine. It just needs to go where we want it to go. And that's where this comes in. I'll actually put this in here now. Let's hook this up to the side right here. And I'll put in a thingy. A really nice thingy here. Nice little thingy called there we go. A valve. And I'll keep that open. I'm gonna remove all this extra junk. Storage on one side, and you have kind of building stuff on the other side. I know it said it's going to be random, so that's to be expected. I'm fine with that. If it's random, it's random. I'll probably move jars over anyway. But at least it'll be hooked up to the system. And stuff can hopefully go over there. Okay, so they are going to the reservoirs now. They're actually filling up properly. This is not getting anything anyways because it needs Ignis first. I will put the jars here for now. Oh, look, it's pulling Ignis now. Oh, it's pulling out from here. Okay, cool. That's fine. And I'll put the Ignis in. I'll put the Lux in here. And the Potentia should be pulling that now, actually. Yeah, it's actually pulling that now. I think it's pulling that now. Because it's be going out of the thingy. I think. Should be just pulling that glowstone out and putting it in the... Is it just broken itself now? I don't know. It might be. I'll have to set up like a whole thingy of jars and valves and whatnot so you can actually do what I need to do. I'll put the chest and other combo over here. Their output be utilized really to... okay, I'll put this... I made you move over a little bit. Put this here, actually. And my reasoning for that is I'm going to move that stuff over. I'll move this over to the other output right here. I think this makes more sense. They're going to be in the center area anyways. It might as well be, am I coming from the center? And that's not what I need. Be careful not to break that by accident. Right. I think some of the stuff should be going on here as well. It should be automated, no? Well, I think it's being confused about where it's trying to get Essentia from. I close this valve. Should start pulling from the jars again, no? Right. Should start pulling from the jars again, right? Do I have to break this? No. Okay. Lovely. Cool. That's what I wanted. Let's break these outputs. I think what I need to do is I need to make them separate. I need to make them legitimately distinct from each other, which is very annoying. I'll put the valve back one step, but right here. That way we can block it off at the source, not have to worry about them connecting too much. And then I'll put it right here. Drop this part. And right here. I don't know, actually this is still not working. I want it to work. I don't know. It's very, very annoying. Do I have to make multiple of these? I might have to make multiple of these. Hold on, I think the issue is that they're all filled out with one essence. Yeah, with one potentia. This is Ignis potentia. Okay, so this is just all janked up, that's why. I broke it again. God dang it. Motherfucker. I need to change the pickaxe I'm using, because this is just ridiculous. I think I got all the essence out of it anyway, but it's not ideal. I suppose while I was doing that, I'll just put this on top of here. No, that's not what I want it to be. I'm gonna put this right here, and then that works. That way we can put it at a downward angle, and there we go. Yeah, get all that out of there. Actually, you know what? It might be useful to put that near here, put another one by here, so that way if anything's stuck in the pipes, it just... I don't know. I don't know if that'd be a good idea, but I'll have it regardless. And then I'll have to set up this item conduits. I don't put them, but I put them below before. But instead, I'm going to move this. Oh, cool. Thanks. I'll put this. Let's go with. Right here. No, I don't know if I like that. I don't know. I think... No, actually, I think a better idea. I'll put this over to the side. We're not using that side anyway. And that way I can kind of line it up like this. It's not the cleanest situation, but... Well, it's not the cleanest solution. But it will work for now. And I'm not looking for cleanliness right now. I'm just looking for it to function. I don't feel like breaking any more blocks to make it pretty. I don't care right now. I just need things to work. I just would like things to work properly. That'd be very nice. I'd be a very happy person if things work properly. Okay, so now with that, let me change this out. This tube right here, put this down here. Cool, that should be working properly once I get this thing restarted. And boom. Alright, so I have still more coal to put in there. Don't worry. Plenty of coal to go around. Let's go. Coal, coal, coal. Okay, you're not getting in there, are you? Nope, you're not going in there. Thanks for that. Thanks for being useless. Oh, and that's a directional pipe. Don't need that. I need to put those directional pipes back. They're actually not helping. I'm legitimately confused with these directional pipes too often. I just need to put them back. All right. Now let's focus. I'll put the buffers too, because I don't need the buffers right now. These things have been bothering me far too much. Just put those back. Right. Now, focus on what we need to do. Touch a tube. Put the tube men. The tube for the tube men over here. Here we go. And now I can put this stuff into the furnace. Dump that in there. Please. I need to move this up one and then put a dropper in here so that it works every single time. You're just going to create crystals, which is fine. You should be getting some outputs somewhere in here, I believe. You're not getting anything right now, which is intentional. Just function how you normally would. I'll figure something out. I'll figure something out eventually with the buffers, and once I get that set up. Just need you to filter out all the stuff first. Yeah, that's fine. I just need a niter. That's all I need right now. So just do what you need to do first, and I'll figure it out later at some point in the future. Okay. Not ideal, but it'll work for the time being. Definitely not an ideal situation, but it'll work. It'll do, donkey, it'll do. And I'll put these just here as a perk. Basically just to say, okay, there'll be some reservoirs filling these spots whenever I make more void metal and all that kind of stuff. That's nice. And then I'll clear out all these pots and all these pots and pans. Okay, so it's now out of the eightness. It's fine. Put that down here. Coolio. Alright, before it drains all my stock. I do need more of these niter things. Make sure I grab as much as I can out of there. Because we'll keep pulling from these reservoirs until it empties them out. Alright, and now for Potentia. Cool. Let me check the other thing down here. Meantime, good there. Good there. And back to here. Here should be good. Almost. I will figure out a use for all the rest of the stuff at some point. Whenever I figure out how these things actually work. Right. Just be creating more. Yep. Cool. Alright. That looks good. For the time being, at least. I'll just utilize the potential here. I'll throw in some more torches. I don't need all these anyway, so might as well. Just gonna store it all if it needs to, and then I'll put in the void shards if I really need to. Well, that's doing its thing. think... I mean, that's really all I have right now. I mean, of course I have more stuff I can do, but... I don't have the energy for it. I did say I was going to rant about Xenoblade Chronicles, but... I just want to play it. Honestly. I just want to play the game. So... I don't know, next stream I'll probably have an actual game to play. I mean, I didn't want to play new games all the time. And, you know, maybe I'll play... I don't know. Like, I don't know yet. Find out soon. You'll find out whenever that happens. I'm gonna... Actually, I'm just gonna pick this back up if I can. Can I pick this back up? Please? Please? Please, Monsieur, can I pick up my coal? You just have it sitting here. Are you gonna actually smelt this stuff, or are you just gonna keep it there? You're not gonna do that, are you? Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know. At least stuff is kind of working, which is what I want. That's all I'm asking for is for things to function, at least somewhat properly, even if it's not ideal. I mean, this really isn't ideal at all, but it is somewhat working, and that's more than I can say about it than was before. It was not working at all before. So sure, cool, that's nice. Still didn't solve the Herbo Essential problem, but whatever. Alright, and I think... Oh, another one of my songs. And put that in there. I could just get a normal reward jar, but I don't feel like it, because I definitely don't need all of this. I just need it for the glowstone stuff, and I just need a lot of these. So I want to pipe it directly from the reservoirs, but actually I might be able to now, at least. I have one input here. Careful with this pickaxe. One input, and I just pipe it directly from here. Will this work? I want it to work. Oh my, is it actually working? No. Still pulling potentia. No, still pulling potentia, that's why. Lava potentia essence. Okay, that's to be expected, actually. I mean, okay, so what I'm going to do, I'll make this I'll put some tubes down, and I'll make this a valve, so that way, oh no, not like that, not like that either, that's disgusting. I'll never do that again. What is that? What just happened? Let me just load for a second there. I was confused. All right. Okay. I'm going to... Yeah, you're not placing what I want you to place. It's going to automatically connect to the only issue, though. It's kind of... Oh, wait, hold on. It's actually got potential now. She needs potential now. Okay, so I think it just crafted one. I think whenever it runs out of potential essence, it should be... I think it should start filling it up. Oh my, is it actually working? I mean, I'll let it cook. I'll let it cook. And we'll see what happens. It'll probably pull whatever it needs to, whenever it needs to. I'm assuming, anyway. I play forced nests with a jar. Yeah, it is. Okay, I can force nest it with a jar. That is quite useful, actually. I think it'll prioritize the jar first, though. That's the only issue. That works somewhat how I want it to. I mean, I won't say it's an ideal way of doing it, but hey, I mean, I'm still making stuff. I can't sit here the entire time and do that, though. It's the only problem. So once that empties out its register, I think it should be fine. I think that might make it work, because it'll start pulling from the reservoirs instead of the furnace, and it'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, let me pull some of the tension out of these reservoirs, and put it into the furnace thing, and it'll. I don't know, we'll see how that works out. I'll grab this. I'm gonna put this. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that tube. Give me one of the tube men. I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to put the valve here. Right. No, that's actually still not how I want it. This one's got to be very careful with this thing, because I want to blow up another node. Yeah, my node. I don't want to blow up another node. The season has been brutal, bro. I would love to love spring, but spring does not love me back. I okay, hold on. I'll let this thing keep doing what it's doing, and give me a second. Good God, oh. I this season actually do need a pause. I actually do need a pause. Give me a second.